Hey, what is going on, guys? This is Serotonin here today with Burn 1, and this will probably be my last video for quite a while as I'll be going on vacation. It'll be really difficult to be making Shadowverse content while on vacation. However, before I leave, I have this amazing list coming from ShadowverseWins.com, one of the best places for finding the hot topping list in Shadowverse. And it's from Zayoku Light, is his Twitter handle. And I have to be quite honest, this is truly amazing, because what you're looking at is not a rotation deck, but an unlimited deck for none other than Swordcraft. And it's all because we have the Hozumis, we have... oh god, what else do we have in Unlimited right now? We have like the Atomies, we have all of these extremely powerful fanfares, and what stops those? The Wandering Bard Elta. And what does... you know, Sword have that other decks don't, is we have the rally mechanics. We have like the Frenzy Courtmaster that's going to be able to come out of the deck providing protection for your Wandering Bard Elta. And of course we also have cards like Sarah, Maiden of the Dawn. Also good into Wrath Blood, the one where they ping themselves a bunch and then they get to drop the bat on 6. Look at this, turn 5, you drop down a Sarah, you evo it. That's 4 wards. Then you drop down the Wandering Bard Elta, and their entire deck stops functioning. It's truly amazing to see, and of course, into like other matchups, she's just good because a bunch of hexproof wards. Sometimes, even into Rune, as powerful it is with all of the removal, all of the taking an extra turn with the D-shift. You know, you're a slower deck. They sometimes just don't have 2 to 3 D-shifts in hand, right? Sometimes it's everything they can do to get the 1. Sometimes the other 2 are at the bottom, and just warding up is going to be more than enough. And so, of course, in order to meet our rally counts, we have the Bumpkin Recruit, and... I mean, that's about it, right? We have General Maximus to be able to flood the board. Frenzy Courtmaster plus Victorious Blader both have Accelerates to also help flood the board, and Regal Wildcat, which... I don't think you can actually play this thing for 7 anymore. You are exclusively playing it for 3 to rally 3. But yeah, let's get right into the games. I want to show off some of the things this thing can do. And let me tell you, these are some funny ones. So let's get right to it. Okay, and here we are into game 1. And we're against none other than Bloodcraft.
I'll bring joy to all of them, that's she.
And as we can see, I managed to get to go first. Means I don't get to evo early, but we look at this hand and I see Gilnelly's. I, of course, want to be able to keep that drain just in case. You know, there's not a lot of selectivity in this deck, and so just having that, even if it is on 5, I definitely prefer it. So we see Bumpkin Recruit come down. Of course, we're just going to be playing anything we got in hand on curve. And right here, he plays the Trampling Terror, telling me he is, in fact, not... he's in fact not the handless, but he is the Wrath. And what's important there is it makes me really want to try. I mean, like, I don't actually have any ability to dig for it, right? But I really want to see Elta early, because I know that on turn 6 he's going to be able to kill me with that Dark Feast bat. And then we see the Elta and I'm really happy. Of course, just trade while presenting a board. Of course, we're always just going to be putting down as many creatures as we can every turn. And Bloodsucker the Knight comes down, which is, for some reason, now stronger than it was before. Why? I'm not sure. Why do the bats get Storm all the time instead of Rush? Nobody can tell. And we see the Knight of Purgation come down, but thankfully I've already promoted the Takamitsu. I think that's his name. So I have the amulet, and I'm able to actually just trade. And then when I attack with the bat, I realize I probably made a mistake. Probably don't want him to be in Vengeance, because that's going to allow this Vania to come up online. So, bad mistake on my part. Bat comes down. Gets Storm because of Vania. Evolved. Definitely very powerful combo right here. He's going to be pushing 3 face damage, and he gives me the draw. Doesn't let me get to choose that. Gilnelly's come down, definitely looking nice. I'm able to ping this to be able to trade quite nicely.
I won't leave a bite for anyone else.
Get the easy double trade, and then I can just accelerate the Frenzy Court Master to be able to hit the rally count of 10 and have the Frenzy Court Master come out of deck to protect my life from whatever may come. And of course I don't attack with the bat because now I realized it the first time that I was not actually supposed to attack and take him down to 9. We see, you know, he's just clearing the board, leaving up a 5-3 to, you know, just have some pressure there and have drain. Another bat comes down. And I just say, you know, this seems like a nice clear right here. We're going to put this down, trade in, boom. And then when it goes back into the 3, manage to live with 5 health. Royal summons, and here comes down the Wandering Bard. Just in case he has the Dark Feast bat already, just going to be, hopefully slow him down. But he will not be slowed, because he has Gift for Bloodkin into Arcane Wolf to be able to clear the Aurelia Saber, which will allow him to evolve the bat to clear the Wandering Bard. However, thankfully in my hand, I have some protection. So I drop down a Victorious Blader that I top deck. But if I didn't top deck the Victorious Blader, of course, it's going to be Takamitsu plus the 1-drop, the 2/2 that protects me from the next form of damage. But they have the Trampling Terror to be able to clear the Victorious Blader, right? So now things are a little bit awkward, but I find the Wandering Bard again. And thanks to the bat, I'm able to clear this. Actually, not even because of the bat. I have that Planetary Fracture. Get the protection from damage. Evolve the Wandering Bard. And, you know, he's on a 2-card hand. So that's got to be too much for him. But he has another Trampling Terror. No fanfare because of the Wandering Bard. And yeah, like I said, it was too much for him. What's he supposed to do? Game 2, we're up against Shadowcraft. Damn, it seems like every time I do one of these joke videos, the Shadowcraft players just roll over and kind of just die. So, looking at this hand, perfect curve. 1, 2, but probably getting rid of the Royal Summons because, you know, we got to get to that 10 before that's good. See the Wandering Bard Elta's going to be able to turn off Atomy. That's pretty nice. And we have the Bumpkin Recruit down on 1. Beautiful, able to draw a card when it dies. And then when my opponent shows me a card I've never seen before. I don't know what this card is. I have played this game since set 2, and I have never seen this card.
This world may be broken, but we'll clean her up.
And then I see a Cerberus Infernal Hound come down, so I'm assuming it's some kind of Death Rattle deck. Or maybe it's a Burial Rite? I'm not exactly sure. 2 Wandering Bards. Feels a little clunky. Trade to see what I draw, and then just drop down some cards, and decide that I'll just clear the 1 damage, just in case. Because, you know, fanfares don't seem to be really what he's doing. He gets some clears. I find the Sarah. I'm feeling really good about that. I think that was the worst way he could have traded. Right, he probably should have traded the 2/1 to ping for 2 and then just 1 for 2, and it would have been 2 extra damage, right? But I'm able to evolve the Sarah and get those heals. Clear the dog, and now, you know, it's just his turn. That's all we can really do with the hand. And Masquerade Ghost comes in, which, by the way, does not have a fanfare ability, so we didn't have to use Wandering Bard there.
The dance is eternal.
My heart in a verse.
I just dropped down the Elta to get the last part of the rally I need, so I can put down the Opulent Strategist. There we go. To be able to get the free board clear behind the 3 Hexproof Wards. I'm feeling pretty good about what he has to do to actually deal with this. But Masquerade Ghost, of course, comes right back. And then this Trick Dullahan comes down. Some kind of weird ghost deck. Maybe this is an anime deck. I don't really know. But the ghosts come down, turning into these 4/4s, providing a huge board for my opponent.
Weiss, I'm coming.
And then the last ghost comes in, trading for 2, probably just to make sure I have nothing.
The dance is eternal.
And hand's looking awkward, so we just Frenzy Court Master, pass, evolve, and then pass.
You're all going to be smithereens.
Thankfully, I was able to actually deal with the Masquerade Ghost, or that could have been terrible.
Annihilate them.
But we had 3 clears on a board of 5, so we just hoped. And here he comes down again. The Masquerade Ghost is just going to keep applying pressure to the board.
Beauty is
Fall is
fleeting.
never
Dance is eternal. Don the mask.
And he evolves it and trades.
Eternity.
Big board.
fall is never
Difficult board to out.
Eternal.
But I top deck General Maximus. I'm hoping for the Opulent Strategist here. Don't see it, so I trade. Okay. Definitely the worst thing I could have drawn. Put the Takamitsu back just in case. The best draw that I could have had was the 0 mana Takamitsu to be able to Evo to clear the 5-1. Instead, I just Evo, providing 4 wards to be able to slow him down.
We will break the new dawn.
And we see Necro Impulse. This would have been quite the strong board had, you know,
Beauty is fleeting. The dance.
I not had the 4 wards. Would have been lethal.
The dance.
But now he's only able to push 11 damage here, leaving me at 5, and I'm going to be able to play down the Frenzy Court Master that I top decked last turn to clear the full board, because we're now at Rally 20. And then I'm able to heal up and get a 1 damage shield.
I'm coming for you.
Masquerade Ghost coming back. Forced Resurrection. Bringing back the pumpkin guy. I don't know why it does that, but...
I'll show you.
And he evolves that guy. I think he gives him 1 mana ghost, right? Oh, summons 2 ghosts, okay. So he's able to clear.
I couldn't do this. Fall is never
Well, minus the Maximus, but who cares about the Maximus? That thing that's not really important. He's able to pop the shield, and he has 3 guys on board.
fiercely.
And Aurelia Saber comes down, evolving for free, 4/8, able to take care of both of the Gargantuan Ghost, maximum in, and here's the misplay. I was supposed to Planetary Fracture first, I believe.
Still fight.
Oops. I could have kept the Saber up.
Spirits, welcome to the
There is no
underworld.
other way. There is no retreat.
However, there is something extremely gross that we've just realized, and that's, it may be unlimited, but the horrors of rotation will haunt us forevermore. Notice the turn count. My opponent's at 10 mana. I'm at 9. What happens next turn? Gilnelise comes out of the deck. Despite it being unlimited, this can still happen, I guess.
Gently.
I'm able to draw a full new hand. Hakamitsu comes down, evolve to get the 0 mana spell. And then I put down the Victorious Blader, the Sarah
Like a beacon of all.
to ward up, Hero of the Hunt on the 1 card with Bane, and my opponent leaves because, of course, what is he going to do when he has a 0 card hand going into the next turn? So, yeah, that's, this deck surprisingly can do some pretty horrific things to some of the very powerful decks on ladder. I'm sorry I didn't actually manage to find any of the Forestcraft decks, but you can imagine that Hozumi, without fanfare, is probably just a bunch of 9-drops sitting in your hand that's not very good. So, yeah, definitely try this one out if you want to just absolutely terrorize people on ladder, but, you know, until next time... This is Serotonin signing out.